Whenever you add the robots in, you speed things up. You still don't need any extra staff. Again, we had 12 operatives, didn't need them. We reduced our original build by 35%. You have a controlled cost that you know from day 1 to year 15 what that's going to be. Your cost savings on your energy. Then we're forklifts that you don't have to buy. Faster loading, the wear and tear, the damages. I believe the insurance went down, I think it was about 60%. And overall, you know exactly where you stand, which most people can't do.
We're here today with Patrick from Derry Group Ireland, a client of ours for over a year now, and very excited to tell you the story of how they've put our system in. You've really pushed forward in the whole sustainability of the business and obviously our side of the automation, but tell me a lot more about everything else you're doing in the business.
We're very happy to say that the cold store itself and the site is 100% carbon neutral. We're going for B Corp, Scope 1 is done, going for Scope 2, and we're just really pushing ourselves forward. We'll have our beehives coming this next 2 weeks. We'll have our flowers planted, shrubbery around the yard, just everything just to try and make it right for the future.
So to get into it, I guess over 2 years ago we got into conversation. You were building an extension onto the current premises here where we are in Craigavon today. You were obviously looking at traditional systems. If you want to maybe give an insight of what made you choose to go with automated warehousing over traditional VNA systems that you currently have.
So I suppose originally we were building a 5,000 pallet warehouse, which we have today. The big benefit was we reduced our new build by 35%, number one. Number two, whenever you look at the system in phase 1 compared to phase 2, phase 1 has an aisle forklift, as in phase 2 as in the Moffett system, it's shoulder to shoulder racking, so there's no forklifts, it's full of aisles, and the robots are running through the aisles, giving us the maximum 5,000 pallets.
And I remember when we looked at the layout, traditionally we were getting maybe the guts of 7,500 pallets into where you're required, and as you said, we saved 35% on land space, because I know you've expanded quite a lot here and you're a bit landlocked, so it allowed you to utilise the existing space for something else.
We now have a bigger area to use in the future for more storage and a more yard availability at the present time.
I know going with the automation that your pallet damage, your product damage and your rack damage has significantly reduced over the last year. So do you want to explain why you don't see as many damages with the automated system?
Mistakes can happen. Nobody intends for it to happen, but they can. Should it be the forklift operator who's picking damage in the racking? Or should it be your customer sending in pallets that aren't really fit for the weight that they're putting it on or poorly wrapped? As we're in the Moffett system, there's no human inside the system. So once the operative puts the pallet into the system and the robot takes it away, there's no forklift in the aisles because there is no aisles and there's no forklift. There's no damage being done to the racking. There's no damage being done to the product. The pallets have to have a certain standard to go into the system. All of the normal day-to-day stuff that happens in the warehouse just does not happen in the controlled Moffett system.
The no lights, no people and very small doors for the pallet to go in and out. We see a lot of energy efficiencies there alone in that, but I think it's been underestimated how much of an energy saving there's been in that aspect of it.
Well, as you know, in this business we're pushing very hard for it to be more and more of a sustainable business. The control on your temperature, like your refrigeration is literally just ticking over. There's no lights, it's a dark room, very controlled, very clean, easy system to run.
How has the automation impacted the safety of your business?
Well, number one, your staff is your number one priority and keeping them safe. There's no case of pallets being damaged or falling on top of them. Because we've no VNAs, we've no charging room, with the benefit of the insurance, but also for the staff themselves, that because everything's sitting ready for export, they're not picking or running about or put themselves under due stress. It's a very controlled, safe, manually uniformed warehouse. I believe the insurance went down, I think it was about 60%, because there's no risk of error. So therefore the insurance was very, very minimal. You've
repurposed a lot of staff from being a forklift driver and things into other areas of the business. I know with the labour shortage in Ireland, it's probably been also a huge benefit for you.
It's give everybody a benefit in the long term. We're still employing more people, but not as many as we first thought. And the guys that we had that are on the floor have now been upgraded and better trained into more senior levels in the business, which is great as well.
Adding the outbound buffers within the racking structure, I understand greatly helped your loading for outbound goods.
So there's no case of looking to pick orders, looking to find pallets. During the night, they're being buffered, so on the hour, every hour, the load is ready is already sitting there, ready to roll. So if a vehicle doesn't turn up, we actually take it out of the system, put it on the floor, and move on to the next load for the customer to arrive. The only pressure we have now is to make sure that lorries come to us on time for us to get them loaded. And that's lorries getting loaded from Sweden to Italy to Spain daily. And it's making their lives a lot easier for them guys actually to get away earlier to get boats. So that's a major benefit.
How has automation improved your stock accuracy?
It's 100% effective. Every pallet that goes into the system, as it's going through the hatch, the red eye's catching the barcode, and it's 100% accurate, which is a great support for our business, for our accreditations, for our customers' needs.
Yeah, and I know from the automation side, you do get 100% stock accuracy. I'm not sure on your VNA side if you can say that.
It can happen, and it will happen in the industry, that pallets can be located in the wrong area for a reason. As we're in the automated system, there's no room for error. It's scanned in on the entry point, and that's it, put away. And for us, for our accreditations, it's a great support and relief to have that in place for our customers.
With the design of the Moffett system, we have VPN access into the automation itself. How have you found the response time and the hands-on from Moffett remotely?
Well, the nature of our business, it's a time delivery business. Whenever we rang, there was somebody at the end of the phone that could see what their issue was. It was resolved very promptly, and we're able to move on.
95% of the issues that we would inherit, we can fix remotely. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world, we can still fix those remotely from Monaghan.
And that was a big supporting factor for ourselves, knowing that you had somebody able to answer the phone, that understand the issue that we had, could see it and get it resolved promptly, which was a major changing point for us going forward to go with the Moffett system.
So I know in the design of the system, we eliminated any forklift activity, just going to PPT. Tell me more about that.
There's absolutely no man-up machines, no forklifts. The floors don't have to be as specific as they had, but we've no charging room because we've no heavy equipment, we've no VNAs, therefore we've no batteries. So we've no need for charging rooms, which was our major saving on our insurance.
So how has automation set your business up for going forward the next 5 or 10 years?
I believe it's an easier prospect for cost, controlling your ins and your outs, your damages. Overall, it all costs money, so you're limiting your risk in all of those areas.
And I guess it also helps with your accreditation and going forward and trying to keep your customers happy on that side.
Absolutely. We have weekly customers coming through for audits, for the accreditations monthly, and given that high standard controlled across the variance of the room, of the product, of the condition of the racking, of the cleanliness of the system, of the store itself, it's all a major bonus.